What's up, you guys? I want to update you real quick on my peptide therapy. So over 2 months ago, I started taking BPC-157 and TB-500. I've been having, over the many years, my knees have just been getting worse and worse, and then my ankles started getting really bad, and they're constantly swollen and stiff, and it was really affecting everything I do. Not just my workouts, but just walking, getting out of cars, I was just turning into a creaky old man. So I contacted Merrick Health, and they agreed to partner with me on my treatment. So I've been using these peptides for over 2 months now, and 10 days ago I decided to stop. I spoke with my counselor, Michael Warner of Merrick, and I told him that, you know, I was going to take a break from the peptides because I didn't feel, it's not like I didn't feel like they were working, because in terms of my strength and my abilities, like my ability to lift certain weights, to strike the heavy bag, to move in certain ways, that was all better. I think I've demonstrated on several videos on my social media some of these things. Certain like question mark kicks that I couldn't throw for years, I was able to now throw. Deadlifts, yesterday I lifted, for me, very heavy weights that I haven't touched in a long time. So definitely the peptides have helped in terms of my joint recovery, but what I was missing was I was always sore and stiff, and it seemed like in the last month especially, I've been getting more stiff and more sore, even though my joints were more tolerant of my exercise. And some might say, well, because you're lifting heavier, and there's yes, but there was something else at play, and I told Michael that I'm gonna take a break on the peptides until I can create the environment that would give them the chance to actually really work and really repair me. The two things that I wasn't doing that I have discovered I need to do, since I was a young teenager or before that, I have only existed on less than 5 hours of sleep, okay? So, and even up until recently, 5 hours, 4.5, 5 hours of sleep. That's all I've ever gotten my entire life. All right, say what you want. And also, I finally had to cave in. I won't call it a cave in now, because now that I know what I know, it's not a cave in. It's actually a very good thing. And people can say what they want about this as well, but I've recently started using arch supporting inserts in all of my barefoot shoes. Okay? I know, kill me. But the combination of increased sleep and supporting my collapsed arches, because in comments a lot of you have noticed I have very flat feet, and you probably see on a lot of my past videos my feet pronating. Yeah. And so I finally started supporting my arches, and even to the point now where I used to be barefoot all the time. Even in my house now, I have a set of pair of shoes that have these arch supports in them, and I am giving, and it's literally, it has made such a big difference. I'll do a different video on that later, because I know it's a topic of debate, but I'm just reporting that between getting my feet from this to this and adding just 1 to 1.5 hours of sleep in just 10 days, that has done more for my mobility, my functionality, my comfort, even my psychological well-being than anything in the past 5 years. Okay, so anyway, so now that I've got my sleep a little bit more in order, I've got the foundation to my building a little more level. Just in the last 5 days, so much of the pain that I've had in my ankles, in my toes, I thought I was having either an autoimmune disorder or I don't know. I was seriously concerned because the burning and the aching in all of my joints was, and it was even affecting my shoulders, my neck, which is pretty strong. Everything was starting, I was just starting to just get, ugh. As soon as I brought my arches from here to here, and I added just 1.5 hours of sleep. I feel in just 5 days, I feel so unreal. So I'm now gonna resume my peptides starting today, because I am positive now that the peptides are supposed to help me restore my joint surfaces, but if they're being positioned in such a way where they're just being ground up, there's even magic fairy dust isn't gonna fix that. So I'm now positive that I've created an environment for these peptides to start actually doing what they should do. I'll be reporting to you a little more regularly now, because honestly, I was depressed over the last 2 months. That's why my updates on my peptide therapy just kind of fell off, because I didn't really have a lot of good to report, yet I knew they were working on me. I just wasn't getting the effect that I was hoping for. But I also have learned whenever that happens, I have to look in on myself first to figure out what I am doing or not doing that would interfere with the result that I want. That goes with everything I've done in the past, okay? So, and it turned out sleep and my collapsed arches were 90% of the issue. And I'm really, like literally, I'm very happy today, because I feel like, number one, I don't feel like I have an autoimmune disorder anymore, because the pain has gone down 90 or more % in my body. I literally have more energy. It's incredible. So I am now going to resume the peptides, and I'll report to you more regularly, because I'm pretty sure I can, and I'm not just trying to, if nothing improves, or if I actually get worse, I will honestly tell you that as well. You know, Merrick is not paying me $1 for this, right? They are providing my peptides, they're providing my labs, they're providing guidance, but we have no cash exchange agreement, okay? So if this doesn't work, I will tell you, and they know, they'll be okay with that. It doesn't work on everyone. But at the same time, I wanted to remove the variables on my side that were interfering with the effect that I was hoping to get from the peptides. All right, so if you're still here, I appreciate you. Much love and aloha.